your money where your mouth is when I come and do these things and do them live, and then you don't know what you're going to get. You know, so they asked me to do the brain maps on some people that were having the bars done, and it's like, okay, that's good. You know, I'm open. I'm always pushing the envelope. I'm on the front of the curve that's on the front of the curve. We have to look back to see where the cutting edge is. All I can tell you is when I saw the results, my jaw dropped. I was so astounded. And you got to remember, I've been doing this for 16 years. I have seen brains of every kind and all different kinds of conditions. This is the very first time that I've ever seen a brain do what we are about to show you. I mean, I was blown away. It takes a lot to blow me away. This blew me away. So why don't you tell them?
Okay, so we didn't mention yesterday that one of the things we do is called bars, and it's 32 points on the head that are designed basically to delete file on your computer bank so that you can create a change in any way you want. So everything, you know, the bars are a soft touch. You put on particular points of the head. These release the thoughts, feelings, emotions, considerations, and attitudes you've stored in any lifetime. And the end result is, you know, worst case scenario, your whole life changes. Best case scenario, you feel like you had a great massage.
So. We have several different databases, ways that we can look at this information, and that adds a level of credibility and reliability. And so I'm going to show you all the different ways that we measure this. So we take an EEG, we put the cap on their head, and we measured all 19 electrodes. We did eyes closed, brain on task. Then they did the bars, and then we did it again right immediately after. Put the cap back on their head, measured eyes closed, brain on task. And I'm going to show you what happened. This is a normal brain map. And so this one is before. This was, and you can see the red area that's lit up. That's the area that we identify as PZ. And it's showing that it's, you know, roughly 3 standard deviations above what would be considered normal. So they did, I think it was an hour and a half of running the bars. And then immediately after that, we did it again. And here's what it looks like. Can you see a difference? Yeah, all right. So this was one measure that we were able to look at. Let's take another glance at something. It's called S-Loretta, and that stands for Scientific Low-Resolution Electromagnetic Tomography. But forget about that. Here's what it looks like. It came out showing us here, pointer down here where this little red line is, and this area is PZ. That's where it was lit up before. We have a different scale, and down here it's showing us that yellow is 3 standard deviations above what's normal. Well, we know it's at 2.7 hertz. It's in the delta range, so it's a low frequency, but down here it says it's 4.97. So it's almost 5 standard deviations above what is considered normal. It is off the scale of what we're seeing here. So here after is what it looked like. See, you can see the dark color here is the normal range. It's also saying that the change happened at 2 hertz. Okay, well, that's all well and nice. There's another part that we look at here that is called the S-Loretta part here. And it gives us a triangulation. So we have what's called an x-axis, this black line here. Then the one pointing up in the air is a y-axis, and then we have a z-axis. So we get this triangulation. It's showing us exactly where. And you see this stuff here in the back of the brain. Well, that's PZ. That's where you just saw, you know, it all lit up. So here's the after. It's gone. It's gone. This doesn't happen in my world of measuring brains. Not in a matter of a few